Hi students, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing well. As you know very well, I am Sridhar, your science teacher. Okay, in science, I am going to teach you the topics which are related to the physics and chemistry. Physics and chemistry. Okay, very first, I would like to congratulate you all because you all are promoted to your next class. And also, I would like to wish you all the best for your next academic year. Okay, very first, let us start in this class. Very first, let us start with one physics topic. Okay, before going to start the topic, okay, very first, I would like to ask you one question. What is that? If anyone asks you what is physics, how can you give the answer? How can you define the word physics? Is anybody? Now let us see how can we define the word physics. How can we define this one? Physics. Okay. Here, physics. Physics is nothing but it is a branch of science. Branch of science, and also it will gives the relation between the matter and energy. It gives the relation between the matter and energy. That means what here? Here, the physics is the branch of science which gives the properties, which will studies the properties and nature of matter and energy. It will give the relation between the matter and energy, how they are related to with each other, and how they affect with each other with concern to the time and space. Okay, like this we can define the term physics. This is one of the branch of science. Okay, and also here physics can be classified into many ways. In many ways, we can classify the physics. But among those, one of the most important classification is that physics can be classified into the two categories. The first one is classical physics. What is that? Classical physics. And second one is modern physics. Second one is what? Modern physics. Okay, now let us see what is the difference between the classical physics and modern physics. Okay, now see here before the 19th century, that means what? Before the year of 1900, whatever the physics topics and whatever the hypothesis and whatever the assumptions of the physics we have, whatever the ideas of physics we have, all these are called as the classical physics. That means by that time, many of the scientists they have given their assumptions and their hypotheses and their ideas. Okay, all those have only some of those became the theories and laws, and next one is what rules. For example, whatever the ideas assumptions given by those physicists, only among those, only some of them became the what? Theories. Theories. And some of those became rules. And some of those became laws. Okay. And see here we are using the words theories, rules and laws. We feel in many situations in physics, in many times we used to listen these words. Theories, rules and laws. Actually, we feel that all these have the similar words and all these will have the same meaning. But there is a lot of difference between the theories, rules and laws. What is that difference now? Let us discuss in our next classes. Okay. Here, that means whatever the assumptions, ideas and they have given the physics by the time of the classical physics, they only some of them have the mathematical rules and mathematical results, and some of them have the experimental evidences. Most of them not have the experimental evidences. And when we come to the modern physics, after the year of 1900, after the year of 1900, whatever the ideas and theories and assumptions given by the scientists, each and every theory, each and every assumption, each and every idea of physics have the mathematical results, and also every idea is having the experimental evidence. So that is the reason there is a lot of difference between the classical physics and the modern physics. Okay, so this is about the what introduction about the science and the physics. In grade 10 in physics, our topic is about light, reflection and refraction. So our topic name is light, reflection and refraction. So in this lesson, what we are going to discuss? Already you are familiar with this word light. In your previous classes already you have learned something about the light. So here also in this lesson we will discuss about the how can we define the light, and also very first we will discuss about the properties of the light. That means the phenomena of the light, mainly about the reflection and refraction. That means what is meant by reflection and what is meant by refraction. And also in this one we will discuss about the different types of mirrors. In the different types of mirrors, especially we will discuss about the spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors, here we have the two types of spherical mirrors. What are those? One is concave mirror, and second one is convex mirror. So we will discuss about this concave mirror and convex mirror, and also in this one we will discuss about the images formed by the concave mirror and convex mirror. That means how these mirrors can form the images, and images formed by the concave mirror and convex mirror will be remains same or different, and also where the image will forms. That means comparing with respect to the object, where these concave and convex mirrors will form the images. That means position of the image with respect to the position of the object. That is also we will discuss here. And also we are also discussing about the focal length. How to find the focal length of a mirror. Focal length, definition of the focal length. We will discuss all this. What is meant by focal length, and how to find the focal length of a mirror. Okay, and also to find the position of the image formed by the concave mirror and convex mirror, we use the ray diagrams. Here in this lesson we will also learn and we will also discuss about how to draw the ray diagrams. What is that? How to draw the ray diagrams. These ray diagrams, for what purpose we are using? These ray diagrams we are using to find the position of the image formed by a particular mirror with respect to any one of the object. And also with the help of these ray diagrams we are able to study the nature of the image also and characteristics of the image also. Okay, so this is about all the this is all about mirrors. And next one, after this mirrors, okay, we will discuss about the lenses. First of all, we will discuss about the mirrors, and here in these mirrors we will discuss about some problems also, okay, which are related to this spherical mirrors, concave mirror and convex mirror. After that we will come to the topic lenses. Here also in this lenses we will discuss about the spherical lenses. Spherical lenses. Spherical lenses also again different types of spherical lenses we have. Okay, convex lens, concave lens. And here also we will discuss about the images formed by the lenses. Images formed by the lenses. Images formed by the lenses. And what type of images will be formed by the convex lens and concave lens. And here also we will discuss about how to find the focal length of a lens. How to find the focal length of a lens. That means what here we will solve some example problems and some problems which are related to the lenses. And also here also we will draw the ray diagrams. We will learn how to draw the ray diagrams to find the position of the image formed by the lens with respect to an object. check. Okay, so here first of all we are discussing about the mirrors. Next we are discussing about the lenses. Okay, here types of mirrors, here types of lenses, and here also images formed by the mirrors, and here also images formed by the lenses. And also in this one we will discuss about the magnification formula. Okay, and also here we will discuss about the topics images characteristics formed by the mirrors and lenses. That means after completion of this lesson, after discussing about all these topics, we will get the knowledge here whether the mirrors and lenses are same or different. That means we will able to, after completion of this topic, we will able to distinguish between the mirrors and lenses, and also be able to find the difference between the images formed by the mirrors and lenses, and also we can able to solve the problems which are related to the convex and concave mirrors and convex and concave lenses, and we will get the knowledge how to draw the ray diagrams also. So here, so this is one of the most important topic, light reflection and refraction. Please concentrate on this topic and try to learn very well. Okay, now let us start this topic, light reflection and refraction.